Hello and welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Shadow Empire Republica in our A Computer Needs Robot Army run. We're still working towards getting the syndicate computer. It's around 29. The earliest we could actually get the computer going, I believe, is actually around 40, so we're not behind schedule. The other thing we're trying to obviously work towards is we're trying to beeline, because as the title says, the computer needs its robot army, so we need to run down to robotic soldiers so we can get robots for the army. To support that, we probably do want high-tech industry, so, we can have the high-tech parts to build the robots. And I probably want metal soil filtration serpentization, although we swapped away for serpentization over to deep core mining, because that works towards robots. The other thing I'm going to do, and we want to open up automation so we can start discovering the 4 techs we need to get into robotics. That's worth procrastinating on getting metal soil or serpentization. Would like high tech, would like rifle. We've kind of maxed out the bureaucracy here until we get another city. And this should be the end of the turn. Take a quick peek through my cards here. I don't think I've got any situation where I can negotiate with the neighbors. I don't think the neighbors are open, really, to negotiation. Yeah, they're all both below 40. And I don't yet have the Foreign Affairs Counselor, so we'd be rolling at a pretty big disadvantage trying to do anything peace-wise. And I think I probably want to deploy more infantry in the meantime, just because of that. I think we're in a situation where stuff could turn very screwy very quickly. Although things besides the potential to go wrong are going relatively. We got the potential for things to go wrong here in the West. We're neighbors with the 2 smallest empires. We, at the beginning of the stream here, are in 6. Landalar, in the background it gets referred to as an empire, but the democracy of Landalar here is 6. We're bigger than both of them, although both of them both of them definitely have the potential to get a bit grumpy. So we want to get some affirmative negotiation going on with them, rather than reactive, which is what we're currently dealing with. In the east, we have 2 mercanteers. We've generally demonstrated that our infantry is better than their infantry. However, there's a difference between our infantry is better than their infantry, and our infantry is in a position to simply wipe the floor with them. I think we just expanded this road, so the supply situation here should be pretty good. And again, I think as we get more and more manpower, I want to keep deploying more brigades. I think I just need more brigades right now. I don't necessarily need better troops, although adding to that, I think we're waiting a little bit of logistics to improve the remaining grunts. The rest of the grunts, I think, are having issues with receiving their upgrades. So double check construction. I think we're in the middle. We just finished Truck Station 2, so Truck Station 2 may have been enough. We're not really going to see for 2 more turns. We're going to plow right into 3, because 3 will definitely be enough. 3 is not enough. I'm at the action point limit, and I need more truck stations, not better truck stations. Let's cycle the turn. Let's see how the neighbors react. Because I went through all the cards, and I think we didn't have any that were worth playing. We got a lot of political power right now, which is a good thing, although some of that might be to the fact that I'm just not pulling the cards I want. I tend to find that once you've got the cards you want, you run out of political power real quick. Also, our bureaucracy can't get any bigger until we get another city up. Or, well, take over a city. I doubt I'm going to build a city this early on. This was an advanced tech start. We started on tech level 5, which is the minimum for the computer, the syndicate computer. Sort of to get a jump start on getting towards the syndicate computer. We're still bound by 40 turns in democracy as a min before we can get it. And we need a syndicate party to spawn. But we are playing on slow development speed, so we're starting at 5. We're going to still find it fairly difficult to get deeper into the tech tree, which is kind of what we're experiencing. We're 20, 30 turns in, and I don't think we've actually completed any technology. We've discovered a couple, so we're moving, but I don't think we've actually completed anything yet. And that's with the bureaucracy in a single city maxed out. Although I suppose that's only been maxed out for a couple turns. That hasn't been running for very long. So we know the AI is thinking. Again, this is a max size world. And we've got 10 other majors on this world, so there's a lot of regimes here. We got attack to be held, so 400 less marauders out in the non-aligned territories to deal with. It's round 30. We killed 400 infantry, we lost none. We have 4 decisions awaiting us. Proposing to borrow money to help free folk settlement in dire need. Okay. Still a decade of revolution. Ridge space declares war. Okay. Director of the Foreign Affairs. This is my Director of the Foreign Affairs option. I can bring a reserve member in who doesn't really have any skill at diplomacy. Or it is proposing that we have the commander of the first SHQ take over. Has leadership specifically. So would have some cross-training into charisma-based skills, so bribery, diplomacy, and oratory. However, only has charisma 24, whereas the other one, which has no skills, has charisma 30. So long-term, this is definitely the better choice. I think we will go with the long-term choice there. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Roger that.
Honored with the trust, sir. And then we don't really need a lot of minor diplomacy, so focus on the major.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
Zone decision. We're not going mind or merit, so we can say no here. This is humanitarian aid. We could block it, or if I had the money, and I don't want to put this much money in, we could double it. We'll just allow the private aid. Lose enforcement, gain heart, which is what we want.
I'm on it.
Yeah, and Ridge Space is the one who declared. Don't necessarily want to be on the offense over a massive desert like this, so we're going to probably sort of be playing defensively here. Because I don't have the industry to be building on a road offensively here. At least not while we're fighting these guys over in the east. Okay. A replacement's didn't deploy because there wasn't enough logistics. Can I get any more of the grunts upgraded to grunt 2?
Understood.
Logistics still says no. I'm gonna wait one more turn before we deploy the next brigade. Because otherwise I'll end up in a situation where the recruits I want going to the front here are gonna go to the new brigade instead of the old ones. I'd rather go to the old ones right now. So next turn, we should actually see the effects of the truck station upgrade properly done. And that's the only thing building at the moment. Okay. A little low on power. That's the immediate concern I'm seeing here. It's like... yeah, looks like we're short on power. Oops. One thing I could try to do is build up the solar panel field. 3 to 4 is more than deficit. Yeah, let's work on that.
I'm on it.
I'll buy up some artisanal machine, or make some
Understood.
artisanal machines to cover the machine cost. So we got a little bit of a border with them. Opening contact. We'll go a couple turns, then we'll probably propose opening contact with them again. That'll be a opinion boost. Okay. And facilitate the effectiveness of our foreign diplomacy. We're going to buff the Director of Foreign Affairs for double merit. And I would like to see the CEO. Meet the CEO.
Yes, sir.
Because then I can ask for a board position, give the board position to the Foreign Affairs Counselor as well. Okay, and then let's also roll some bureaucrat pushes.
Yes, sir.
Critical success, 320 more bureaucrat power.
Yes, sir.
Critical success, another 112. Do I want to seal some roads? Let's extend this one a little bit as a dirt road. And extend that one a little bit as a dirt road. And I think it'll work sealing up towards these guys in case I need to deploy troops down that way. Although I don't have much to spend, so we're going to do about that and call it good for the moment. Slowly and steadily improve the road network. At the current burn rate on power, I'm not too worried. Okay, we're going to cycle the turn. We're going to see if these guys even show up to the Republic party. I know these two are at war with each other. So it might be a circumstance of the politicians have bit off more than the army can actually chew with that war declaration. Waiting for things to happen. Again, I think we only see 4 people that we really... Well, 4 people in the line that we would care about their troop movements. There is a minor to the bottom left that we have a peace deal with. I think they're going to get taken over by one of the majors, so at some point we're going to have to probably fight to liberate that city. If it hasn't already happened, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the city falling. I think that was where the city was, based on our intelligence. So it looks like the territories aren't doing anything. Oh, there you go. A little bit of a withdrawal. Oop, one of them got around behind us. We'll be able to deal with the one that got behind us. That won't be too bad. People are exploiting all the holes in my line. Yeah, not a significant issue. We're just going to have to respond to it. Round 31, we have 3 decisions. Build a Decade of Revolution. Troop morale didn't get high enough, so we failed that promise. Discover the motorbike infantry. Archaeological effort we don't need at the moment. Bureaucratic push I'll probably play again. can see why I think we'll just deal with that one. They've let themselves get cut off. Different major. A different major. These ones are starting coal. Let's open up contact right away.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
Okay. Meeting with the CEO. Oh, so we should probably done this first.
Roger
We're asking
that.
for a board member. They're asking for cooperation.
Roger
We'll probably
that.
refuse. And we'll go ahead and we'll design a motorbike infantry. I don't think they can actually get that heavy of armor, so we're not
Yes, sir. Roger that,
obviously
sir.
handicapping them very much with giving them terrible armor. Okay, securing that metal mine is not a bad grab. Our replacements did get deployed. Okay, sounds good to see. Go ahead and raise another light infantry. Ran out of industry. Okay, we deployed what we could. And then I did get that board position. Find it. Oh, that's probably on leaders. There we go. Board member. Director, Foreign Affairs.
Yes, sir.
So we do have an overture. That would be really hard to play. Does overture given result on success on failure? No, failure is just no change. Yeah, so we'd want to be no less than a 1 being 50 below. Oh, way off target. Oh, and I only had one open contact. Okay. Makes relative quality of life count virtue a lot. I think it's might be relative to the rest of the nations, not relative to average. Okay, I don't think there's any cards I can make great use of. So that is the turn. We are at war with the Major, although there's no indication that they're realistically trying to prosecute the war effectively. In fact, there's a pretty good indication they're not. I think they're having problems with a different Major. Now, that different Major is also getting a little grumpy. Don't get me wrong. And yes, the miner down here did fall. So Phoenix Bond is grown in strength. They were, I think, previously 11th. They're now in 8th. We're still bigger than them. In fact, that just shows you how small this small city they took over is. We've grown enough via migration from the Free Folk that we're bigger than them.
Yes, sir. We're going in.
we got enough action points for a follow-up attack? Yeah.
Yes, sir. We're going in.
There we go. Got them to circuit.
Mission successful.
Brigadier unit that broke through has been silenced. Anyway, still got these guys trying to break through. Motorized and some, in this case, mounted units. I don't think that's going to be a big concern. They're not going to get too far. Now that we got them properly targeted. Although, these aren't professionals, so that might be a little bit hard to... Alright, suppose these guys are professionals. Maybe a little bit hard to get rid of them. I got no industry, so why am I trying to upgrade units when I got no industry? Cycle turn. I have political power, but I have not enough industry. I put the computer first, you see. Even though we haven't actually got the computer yet. So I suppose the next thing to maybe save up for once I get the power sorted is maybe more industry. Get the industry up one additional level. Level 1 isn't super valuable, and it's quite expensive, but the higher levels are pretty good. So in this next turn, I should probably know what faction type the guys to the southeast are. The moment the two majors we've met are both elitist, I would not be surprised if the third one is also elitist. What I know is they probably aren't Republican. They're probably elitist or military or something, because they have a cold opinion. Okay. Marauder unit mostly hamstrings itself. Marauder unit mostly hamstrings itself. And again, Marauder unit doing the work for us. Round 32. We killed 5 in infantry. Oh, I lost some guns in motorized. 10 guns, 20 motorized. We have 4 decisions. Crew accident, okay. Decade of Revolution continues.
Advancing.
That was going well, and then it went worse.
We need more firepower, sir.
Engaging enemy.
Almost got rid of him. Oh, I was about to say almost got rid of him because I thought I was going to lose, and then it turned around at the end. Yeah. Here's a victory. Okay, yeah, I think I don't need to worry about ridge space for the moment. Phoenix Bond is holding at 17. They are also elitist. Okay. So I think we're going to have a hard time doing much more than maintaining peace early on here. While our diplomat here gets skilled up. Take a little bit of a gamble.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir. Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
That was the gamble. Okay, so this is the Supreme Command Council. I'd like Economic Council and Military to be 20. Model design. Model design can probably go down to 5 for them. Foreign Affairs at 10. And yeah, I guess that's what we're gonna do. So it's well, over the last couple turns, it's actually been a little bit more Supreme Command Council because of how they shuffled when the new one got added. But I think previously we were at 40% in Supreme Command Council, so I'm still down for it.
We'll go.
Excellent. With crew, so I can blame the workers. Admit it was my fault. Admit it was our fault or my fault. We're gonna blame the crew because we are government. The government to be strong. I'm not too worried about mind. It's a little bit tempting to go for admit it was our or my fault for heart.
I'm on it.
Yeah, there we go. Unit decision. Merit or enforcement. Democracy is getting a little low, so we're going to go enforcement here because I don't want to lower democracy anymore. Commander for the new unit. We have one person in reserve, so they get the job.
Affirmative. Yes, sir. We're going in. Mission completed.
Okay, so we're rolling up on this territory. It looks like we got one left. I don't know if there's more than that. Could be more than that.
Mission completed.
Okay, extend the road a little bit. It's not going to help much. I can't go very far, but get the road out to there.
Move out. All clear, sir. Move out.
Yeah, the quicker we can get rid of the Mercanteers, the quicker we can get the troops deployed to other fronts. For the moment, we've got peace with these elitists. Thought we had 40. I guess failure cost me some opinion there. I was expecting it to cost me. Well, not cost me, but apparently cost me 10 opinion, which is a bit of a sad day. Okay, so we're at 10-17, and then we are actively at war with these guys, which, based off of clicking here on Phoenix Path, I think they're probably being pushed back, so I don't really need to worry too much about them at the moment. Okay, where do I push the new brigade? In here we have 2 majors, so if I don't take this territory, it's going to get lost to 2 majors pretty quickly, as what I suspect is going to go on. So let's start deploying in that direction. Do have a 0 retirement, so we're gonna do a higher fire. See if we can get a better leader.
Yes, sir.
Camp 3, so we'll hold on to you. You're definitely worth keeping.
Yes, sir.
You're not worth keeping, so you are probably going to get fired. Target, reserve pool. Not with the Medal of Merit. There's your retirement, please.
Yes, sir.
You did not like it, but you went to retirement already. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry we hired you only to fire you. I mean, got a lot of political power. Let's do a cabinet retreat to boost the opinion of the council, and then bureaucratic pushes
Yes,
for bureaucratic power.
Yes, sir.
That affects the math on you. 125 modified by okay, it's not really modified by anything. It's just difference between relations and AI intentions. Okay, so kind of use that like okay. So these guys have calmed down a lot. Calmed down a lot. These two haven't so much, but these guys have calmed down a lot. Still think we probably want to open with an open contact. Got a 50. Let's take that roll.
Yes, sir. Roger
Yeah,
that,
critical
sir.
success. We've opened contact. People who declared on us. They're still at 20 opinion, which isn't enough to negotiate with, but start. Trade-wise. Willing to sell off half the rare metal to have some treasury?
Understood.
And then we'll cycle the turn here. So yeah, I think we got both mercanteers pretty balled up. We can get rid of them. What I'd like to do is grab all the territory between us and the majors. And then we'll see how well the diplomacy is going at that point. I would not be surprised if we get peace with these guys, only for these guys to declare on us. So basically move from one being the enemy to the other one being the enemy. Yeah, watching the neighbors. Definitely would like more troops. I think we need more troops. Need more tags to cover the ever expanding borders sort of problem. Oh, that will be fair once we get to the robots that the computer needs. That will be one thing the robots are very good for. Is unlike recruiting, we can just continue to expand and expand and expand the high-tech part manufacturing to expand the rate that we expand the army. Round 33, we killed 4 infantry and lost 10 tanks. This would have been militia units losing tanks. We have 2 decisions awaiting us. Let's go for missiles. And there's now rebels. Well, that's uncomfortably located rebels.
Move out. All clear, sir.
Which way do you retreat? That way. Interesting.
All clear, sir.
Okay, so we secured ourselves a volcano. Is a second one back there?
Yes, sir. We're going in. Mission completed.
Okay, we got that this mercantile down here to one tile, 1 unit. Should be fairly easy to mop up. Marauders, or the rebels are a little annoying where they are. Discovery versus research for Military Research Council. Leave it balanced for the
Roger
moment.
that.
Diplo. Mind versus heart. There's an argument here. In fact, I will go with the argument, which is that we return the spy. So we get the heart bonus and the opinion bonus. Oxy Darnstein. Yeah, it's this one.
Yes, sir.
that.
Roger that, sir.
It's back up to 40. The odds if I attack here. Could be better, but we can probably get this fight over quickly if we attack, so let's get it over with.
Abort mission.
Man, shame. One enemy held, we'd got the last one to rout, would have been the end of the fight. Oh, I'm out of bullets. Let's...
Understood.
bullets. Anyway, we got them surrounded. Are still middle of the pack, 3.4. Still working on the solar panel field. We should be power positive when that's done. Gaining virtue at the moment. Anyway, ideology. Syndicate faction hasn't spawned in. Hoping they spawn in at least on round 40. So we can have an idea how easy it is going to be to push into the syndicate democracy. Because they're going to have more than 20% of the vote, and it needs to be 140 minus faction attitude, number of turns. Where, apparently, because we've got no factions that support it, one of the factions, I think, opposes it, so we're saying at negative 13. So it actually needs 153 turns, but the minimum 25% vote is probably what's going to stop us there. Were you my secretary? Was that my secretary that revolted? I feel like that was my secretary. Yeah, seeing as our secretary has apparently been with us for all of one turn, I think our secretary was the one who was the rebel. Fist Merit Commerce, and we're running none of those. I understand why he was grumpy. Does not appreciate the way that we are going to do things. Military, we're progressing 7% a turn, so that's starting to move, a decent tick. And you're going 5% with Deep Core. Got another 0 retirement, so I could do another Higher Fire. Gift. That's not likely to be particularly successful. Done the open contact. Overture is not likely to be successful. Actually, I'm more likely to get it off with the gift than I do with the overture. Yeah, this requires relations at least 25. So I need to get at least 5 more opinion with them. I don't think with the current set we can do. Okay, so we're going to deal with the rebels. We should have enough reinforcements to get our units up to full strength to carry out the attack. We made arrangements for more bullets. We get rid of you. We get rid of, I think, the 1 stack there. And we've got fairly secure eastern borders. We have a little bit of this non-aligned territory between us and 41 opinion guy. And apparently the 17 opinion guy is having issues with the marauders between us and them, so we'll be the one to probably benefit from that short run. Can I strategic move you? Yes. Okay, so I can properly block in the rebels. The rebels can't go anywhere. Rebels are properly trapped. Anyway, we got perfect... oh, I don't actually have perfect opinion of the workers. Oh, it's increasing, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. Let's cycle the turn, unless I'm thinking something else to use. Well, I do have I have a 0 retirement, so I should hire and fire. Grab another military.
Sir.
That's a decent military, we'll keep that. Recruit a civilian.
Yes, sir.
That's a terrible civilian. Because of capacity 1. So unless it's got like the very correct set of skills at capacity 1, capacity 1's pretty bad. So that's the one we're going to fire this turn. 0 retirement, reserve pool. You.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my secretary is the former. If you have your secretary quit and resign to the reserve pool, if there's no one in the reserve pool to immediately replace them, you get a secretary from the void, effectively, to replace the secretary. That's one way to get around not having recruit cards. If you have someone in the reserve pool, it makes them the secretary. So in this case, my secretary rebelled, so the reserve pool pulled from the reserve pool to replace him. That's what went on. And I could do a bronze, but we're not super profitable right now, so we're gonna not burn through our money too quickly. Do some bureaucratic
Yes, sir.
pushes.
Yes, sir.
I haven't had any complaints about income tax. Where? Thought I had a decrease income tax card. Did I accidentally decrease my income tax last time I played that? No, I'm sitting at 40%. That's not it. Not sure what happened to my decreasing income tax card. Not in the card limit, so that wouldn't be it. Oh well. Suppose I should make use of these spies.
Yes.
Get some idea
Yes.
of what's out there in
Yes.
the non-aligned territories.
Yes.
Do cabinet
Yes,
retreat
sir.
to buff the opinion of the cabinet. Includes the foreign affairs counselor. Also gives them some XP, so it'll help the foreign affairs counselor get better. Governor's relatively happy to 88. We do some war games. I'll do a war game.
Yes, sir.
The generals are not all the brightest bulbs in the bunch. Let's just say, so they're not benefiting very much from XP. Okay, deal with you. Deal with you, and I think then we've just got non-aligned in majors. I still probably want to expand the industry to be able to fight toe-to-toe with the majors. We got the solar panel field here, in theory done in 2. Should help with the power. Cycle the turn. See if the rebels attempt to break out before we get the brigade properly in position to try to crush them. You gotta wonder why the secretary would try to declare independence when he knows what the proximity of the closest troops probably are. Things that you would think would not happen IRL. The secretary rebelling when the secretary would have knowledge of the troop movements. If I was the secretary, I would have at least waited for them to get to the border. And not be right on top of where I'm rebelling. I think it was the only leader. I think the guy who did rebel was the only one that didn't like us. So that combined with the fact the city was relatively stable means I probably won't have to deal with rebellion again for at least a little while. Boom. A different pocket of rebels. Okay. Don't have that one contained. Round 34. We suffered no losses, nor any kills. We have 2 decisions. Metal deposit discovered. Phoenix Bond has declared war on us. Okay. New Tech Vidcom Broadcasting. Got another 0 retirement. That's good to see. Popular Rally. Nice. Crush those upstart rebels.
Open fire! Open fire! Mission successful. Going in. Mission successful.
Okay, they're dealt with. Decision-wise, policy speech. Our goal as the city Gitop is to be conquered. Soldier morale to reach 85%, or number of soldiers to reach 22%. Well, we're hard aligned. We're totally hard aligned. I want soldier morale to go up.
Roger
We're
that.
probably going to fail that, but I'm going to try. Lose heart, gain enforcement, or do nothing. If I thought the covert ops role was going to succeed, I would lose the heart here to try to close his office, but run a good risk of that failing right now, so I'm going to say no. Leave him in peace. For now.
Going in. Mission completed.
Okay, that frees up more troops for other activities.
Yeah, right.
So we have those rebels to deal with. We're at war with you. We're at war with you. Although we don't touch them anymore. That was... Still touch them over here. Yeah. Open contact.
Yes, sir. Roger that, sir.
Gets back up 20, so we're just 5 off of potential peace rolls. I'm going to do grease the machine. A little bit of power and
Yes,
take
sir.
some of the virtue away.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I guess we lose. It has less effect more frequently you do it. I was expecting to get more political power, but I was also expecting to lose more virtue. Yeah, I was like, oh, expecting to lose 5, so we got 12 for 3. So okay, so it gets weaker every time you do it. Cool down between it. It doesn't tell you on the card, which is a bit of a shame. Oh, it doesn't effectively tell you on the card. Definitely use with how long since last time used it. Gonna get weaker every use. gift. We'd be working with a 70... I'd have to roll 71 plus, which is a bit of a high ask. A little bit more practice. And I need more of a treasure. I'm going to be rolling it just to get the practice. Okay, what is city's happiness right now? Declining. Because of the danger, because the rebels were within 3 of the city. Okay. Oh, and apparently I didn't have enough money to pay the workers because the workers are expensive. Okay.
Standing by. I'm on it.
Yeah, still gonna drop their salary. We're gonna drop the recruit sign-up bonus.
I'm on it.
And then the city, we're gonna boost opinion by using the popular rally here, which helped the city workers. Okay. Got some unrest. We don't have unrest yet. Probably gonna have the workers strike, and we'll just make the best of it.
Yes, sir.
Grab a junior.
Yes, sir.
Too bad. We're gonna get rid of that one. Looking for cap 3 and above at the moment, so that's why every time I'm getting a 0 recruitment, I am hiring and retiring all the ones that roll in below at the moment.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, apparently I need more money, because our people are going through money like there's no tomorrow. Sell a bunch of the water.
Understood.
A bunch of the food.
Understood. Understood.
Okay, well that should be enough to properly pay the workers. So we'll pay the workers, and we'll probably get a protest event, which will allow us to get some democracy in exchange for paying them off, is what I suspect is going to happen. Everything is according to plan. The solar panel field will finish next turn. And yeah, we're not growing as fast as we'd like. We've fallen from 6th to 7th. But it could be worse. Definitely be worse. So deal with the rebels. I care more about the rebels than I do about random non-aligned. And then we probably prosecute a war, semi-limited war against Phoenix Bond, because if we can get to Jura on the existing roads. Yeah, we just build that road out and we can get to Jura on the existing roads. looking at the time, this is going to be the last end turn here. We are going to put a part break in. So we've gone over an hour. We'll see what goes on here, and, well, to be fair, at the moment, we're at war with 2 majors. So we got a little bit of suspense for what's going to go on for the next part. The majors are fighting each other, so it's a 3-way. It's going to be a 3-way war when we actually get to moving against them. The biggest thing that's going to be hindering us attacking is really just our lack of industry at the moment. And the fact that apparently my workers want to be paid money, like real money. And we're having problems raising that funds. Yes, I suppose the long-term answer is obviously get the computer in. The computer will lower the bureaucracy cost. May have rushed the computer a little bit much. Well, rushed the bureaucracy a little bit much. But I need to build up a little bit more industry. And then I think we'll be in a good position to maybe try to prosecute something against the majors, the weaker majors. Round 35. So for no losses, nor made any kills, we'll be picking up here on the next turn, or next stream. Next part. Still be in the same stream, I suppose. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be a part up tomorrow. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. We are going to take a short break here to get up, stretch the legs, sip some tea. And then we'll pick up in the next one after that short break. So until the next part, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part and/or stream. And bye for now.